Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream. Today is October 13th. I'm going to do your spiritual principle a day in a meditation. I'm brought to you by Hope Through Navigation, and this is our Hood Recovery Services. You can reach me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. I'm looking forward to the meditation. Let's see what's here. All right. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I am. October 13th. All right. It's entitled Not Too Cool to Be Willing. Oh, that sounds interesting. Our ability to enjoy our lives is directly related to our willingness to let go of self-obsession. Living Clean, Chapter 7, Love. Ooh, this is going to be good. The very ideal of dancing without some chemical courage sounds intimidating, if not absurd, when we're newly clean. Clubbing might have been in the early chapters of our stories, but as fun turned into fun with problems and later into simply problem, any dancing we did was more often about commerce than enjoyment. Oh, I agree with that. Going to our first NA dance, therefore, can be a rite of passage, especially for those of us who danced for fun or a fix in our using days. As the saying goes, we're fools whether we dance or not, so we might as well dance. We might warm up to the ideal by lurking outside with the smokers after a speaker meeting. A familiar face from meetings asks if we're going in. Not wanting to disappoint, we lean into our willingness and say, ugh, okay. I added a word there, sorry. We might muster enough willingness to get through the door and still come up short when it's time to dance. We'll be lining the walls, too tough, too cool, too self-absorbed to give dancing clean a try. When and if we do, the self-doubt of adolescence returns to inquire, am I doing this right? Do I look attractive? And other obnoxious questions that poke at our insecurities. We retreat to the bathroom where we encounter a home group member. They practically read our minds and offer this sage advice. Remember that we're all self-obsessed. I just assume that everyone's too busy thinking about themselves to worry about my dancing. This practical advice helps us combat our self-obsession and find the willingness to get back out on the dance floor. It's not as though our preoccupation with ourselves ends with one NA dance. If we're paying attention, though, there's a lesson on willingness that we can apply to other pursuits. Acknowledging that if we're thinking about ourselves, we're not really enjoying what we're doing is a good place to start. With that, we can rally the willingness to release those unhelpful self-concerns that are the enemy of joy. I won't let self-obsession constrain my choices or limit my joy today. I will set aside unhealthy thinking that interferes with being in the moment and enjoying life clean. Might as well dance. What a beautiful meditation. It comes out of the Living Clean Chapter 7, Love. And I am wondering, the spiritual principle, in my opinion, that this meditation is talking about is willingness. The willingness to let go of our self-obsession. And it's using the concept of going to an NA dance compared to, or dancing clean compared to when we used to dance for a reason or under the influence. And the dancing always ended up having something attached to it besides the alcohol and drugs, right? It always had something else attached to it. We go to the club, we might go by ourselves, but we were leaving with someone else. We might go thinking, oh, I'm just going to have a drink or two, of course, and we end up snorting something or doing something else. But now we're clean. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being able to go into a club and be the designated driver because you have no intention of drinking? I wouldn't recommend that for some people, but I'm just saying that our lives do change. And we're no longer a part of the problem. We're a part of the solution. You know, I think I have been in a club, trying to think how many times I've been in a club since I've gotten clean. I'm not really sure, but I know that I can probably count the number of times I have been in a club on two hands since 1993. And I'm sure two of them, one was for the after party for someone that got married that was special to me, and the other one was for a birthday for a relative. And I can remember that it didn't faze me. 2 of the 10 times, it did not faze me at all. I was able to dance a little bit, I put in an appearance, and I was able to leave. And I didn't stay the whole time, nor did I want to. I put in an appearance, and I was able to dance a little bit, greet everyone. And then I was able to go. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't have a need to be in that atmosphere. It's not one that I overly enjoy. I rather dance with people in the fellowship. I enjoy that. But I've gotten to the point where I understand who I am and whose I am. I have a relationship with other people in recovery, and I have a beautiful relationship with my higher power. I want for you to come out of your shell a little bit more. I'm coming out of mine. I am coming out of mine. You know, area this month is going to be in a couple weeks. And I intend to go to area. And I have previously, over the years, had such a, I don't know, I used to go to area all the time, but I got so fed up that I thought it was spiritually really in my best interest not to be present anymore. So, area has a tendency to have a stigmatism of being, um, you know, full of all the individuals that carry the weight, they do the service, right? They represent their groups, and then they get to area, and that same person you see sitting in the home group spiritual, for some reason, is argumentative and ready to fight about decisions and votes. And it was always a negative experience for me. But I am going to stretch myself this month, and I'm going to go to area. I want you to stretch yourself. I want you to think of something that you have been avoiding, recovery related, and give it a go. Can you do that? Just have a little bit more willingness and go ahead and dance. Don't worry about yourself. Don't be too self consumed because 9 times out of 10, everyone else in the room is going through the same thing, and they're going to be too self consumed with themselves to be worried about you dancing or worried about you reading one of the readings for the meeting or worry about you and how you're making the coffee or worry about you fill in the blanks. Stretch yourself. I know you can do it. My name is Mighty Stream. I've enjoyed talking to you today. I'm going to have a beautiful day, and I want you to have a beautiful day as well on purpose. Talk to you tomorrow.